What's going on, everyone? This is your guy, Pat Bernard, reporting to you for this great Phillies win. The Phillies win today. The Phillies win a big one. The Phillies with retribution against this Angels team. And again, just when it looked like all else was fouled, it looked like everything was not going to pan out for this Phillies team. Things did pan out. Things look good. And I'm going to start a grand salami. Grand salami. Kyle Schwarber down up a grand salami. A much needed grand salami that put life back into Citizen Bank Park. This is exactly what kind of win that you needed. You needed this. This was huge for the Phillies. This was a huge win. This was a really good, feel good win. You needed that. Joe Howell checking in. Great win. He's also checking in saying Harper is back and healthy. And I'm going to get into Harper. In about a second. But the Phillies win 9-5 today over the excuse me, over the Los Angeles Angels. The Phillies won big today, 9-5. The offense came to play. They were scoring with guys in scoring position. But let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about the pitching because the pitching was not good today. In typical Trey Turner fashion, it looked like he was, just gonna. We were all waiting for the other shoe to drop with Trey Turner. Trey Turner in the second gets thumped. He gives up a bunch of home runs. He gives up back-to-back home runs to Taylor Ward, and he gives up another one to Joe Adel. And then after that, it's a bunch of singles. That Taijuan Walker, just like I said, we were all expecting when Taijuan Walker was going to play Taijuan Walker baseball. Did not look good in the second inning. Taijuan Walker's numbers tonight: 4 Ks, gives up 9 hits, responsible for 2 home runs. Just looked like the Phillies were going to lose this one because the majority of this game, the Phillies were playing catch up. And again, they just did enough to win. The Phillies just did enough to win. Like I just mentioned, Castellanos not looking good. They puts his team in another hole. Again, gives up responsible for 2 home runs, gives up a bunch of singles right after that. It looked like the Angels were going to run away with this game, being up 3-1. But the offense didn't know when to quit today. The offense driving in runs with runners in scoring position. I had to rub my eyes like 3 times to understand what I was watching. Again, most of this game, the Phillies were playing catch up, always behind 1 run. But what did it for the Phillies was the grand slam from Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber right now is playing out of his mind. 32 home runs, 14 doubles. He was 2 for 4 tonight. I mean, he was really sharp. And then you got Bryce Harper kind of doing the same thing. And like I said, Bryce Harper right now has the eye of the tiger. He really does. Every time I see him at the plate, the look in his face tells you the story. 20 doubles, 13 home runs. This guy is an absolute monster. MVP, Bryce Harper. This is what you want to see. We've been begging for this. But I get it. The small ball hasn't been really their thing, and they got to get back to playing small ball baseball. Which they like again, they split the gap early on a pitcher on Uzume Kabuchi. He's actually one of the decent. Like his stuff wasn't really great in the very beginning of this game. I mean, he did have 8K today, but I mean, some of his sliders and sinkers were low, and I don't get it. Let's get in some of the comments here. Hi, Joe. Hey, what's up, Mickey? What's going on, brother? After the Grand Slam, we had this game. Yeah, but you know what? It's funny because, like, that Angels offense, though, Star Wars, I wasn't so sure they were going to have the game. Pretty much it was, but Bryce Harper calling after that pretty much sealed the deal in the 8th with a home run of his own. Like, if you were sitting on the right side of the field, anywhere from the foul line all the way to where the bushes are, you were getting some free souvenirs tonight. And how good was this offense tonight? Oh, my man, the big cheese himself. Big Al Safiri said he reposted the stream. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Live and die by the home run. So are this team. Unbelievable. And there comes the wet blanket, Dave Arnold checking into the show. He's good. And Dave's right. Okay, Dave's right. I mean, it is what it is, Dave. This team cannot drive in RBIs. They have to go long ball. They have to play the long ball for this team to be successful. But I mean, again, this team had a couple of hits tonight. Nick Castellanos starts the game off, setting the tone for the Phillies. Drives in Bryce Harper. Rojas. And Ricky is watching. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate the love, my brother. Schwarber is an MVP also. You know what? He may be, I don't know. He may be in that conversation as far as the MLB, the NL. He may be for this year. He may give Jalen Hurts a run for his money for MVP. Like for the city. He is, man. He's playing lights out baseball. Like he's the one player who's been consistent through the year. Like Turner, I'm not taking away anything from Trey Turner. Trey Turner's reliable bat as well. He gets a hit. Kyle Schwarber, he's due for an extension. You do not want to let Kyle Schwarber walk out that door. Like isn't it weird the parallel with him and Ryan Howard? Like when Kyle Schwarber comes at plate, you get Ryan Howard vibes. Like you can't wait for this guy to crush the ball. It's unreal. Tell me what steroid is Schwarber on lately. Unreal guys on fire. Right, Dave? I don't know what the guy must have been. Kyle Schwarber must be getting a lot of spinach. He must be eating a lot of spinach there, Dave. Shorter says, Star Wars says shorter player of the game. Absolutely. Mickey, what's going on, brother? He goes, not too much, just about the listening to the Manners kick the crap out of the cheaters again. Don't worry about those cheaters right now. Go celebrate. Go celebrate a Phillies win with your buddies. This is the kind of win that it's called for. Also, Star Wars said, who remembers Hamels, Holiday, Oswalt, and Moyer? Lights out Lidge, Howard, Utley, Rollins. Now give me a grade for this 2025 team. Well, it's not going to be as good as that 09 there team there, buddy. Star Wars, you want me to give you a grade? It's not going to be nothing like that 09 team. But I will tell you, the Phillies deserve a B, to be honest. Yes, they have flaws. Yes, they are not as well constructed and well built as that 09 team. But, there's nights, me, Matty B, Al Safiri, Michael Arrow, there's nights that we talk about like this team is last place, and they're not. Like they are leading the East by a game. It's going to be a seesaw battle from here on out with the Mets. It's going to be a real seesaw battle with the Mets here on out. But it's what you want, though, right? This is what we wanted. We wanted the rivalry between the Phillies and Mets is just that much better. Steve, what's up, bud? He goes, Connor Brogdon has it rough, man. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. 1.5 games off. Good. Taylor Ward may be a good get. I wouldn't expect him to be expensive as some others. No, you're right. Taylor Ward's a decent player. If we're going to get to see a close eye on that kid. Again, nice home run. He puts a souvenir into the bushes. Steve says the 2009 team has the best lineup length ever. Yeah, they like I said that you want to talk about a star rotation. Whew. Woo-hoo-hoo. Who remembers 2008? Oh man, 2008 is when me and my wife first kind of got together. There, it's a good time. 2008 was a real good time. But anyway, like I said, the Philadelphia Phillies do it again. Again, like I said, this game looked like it was getting out of contact early. Tyrone Walker played your typical Tyrone Walker baseball. Looked like he was going to collapse in the second. He gives up back-to-back home runs. Like as cousin Steve mentioned to Tyler Ward, Jodell, hit a home run. Again, responsible for multiple singles, multiple balls. Like I said, it looked like this game was getting really heavy. The Phillies, like they were going to lose this one. Tyrone Walker put this team in a 3-1 deficit, but this team battled and battled. And like I said, through the bulk of this game, the Angels were always up by 1 run, and then like the grand slam solidified it. The grand slam paid big time dividends for this Phillies lineup. And then the icing on the cake was the Bryce Harper home run deep to right. Unfortunately, with the Phillies, these games are less than common with with each passing year. Hopefully, it keeps up for a while. Yeah. Steve, I'm glad you brought it up because last night's show on the wraparound, I did mention I want the Phillies to go all in. Like Harper deserves a ring, one ring. If I'm the Phillies, I know it sounds nuts. I know it sounds crazy. But Painter, I don't care what you do to package a deal for an arm. You get an arm now for a bullpen arm. Get a closer. You need one. Harper needs to seal the deal. I am going to mortgage my future. I'm mortgage the future of the Phillies club for. I want a ring now. I don't care if I suck the next 10 years. I need a ring now. Bryce Harper needs to finish the story. And if you really look at it, like I mentioned, I know me and Matty B in particular will talk to you through some of these post-game shows like the Phillies are the worst team ever. And they're not. They've won more series than lose series. And they have very, very, very few getting swept in series. So I'm not good at math. I can't tell you what's 2 plus 1. But, however, the math doesn't add up of how good this Phillies team really is. They can be a real dangerous threat. So whether it's the Phillies go get a bullpen arm, solidify the center field position, whatever it takes to get this team over the hump, get Bryce Harper to get one ring and finish his story, I'll be happy. We need to see this thing through. The Phillies invested $1 million into this line, and we need to see it through. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, Alec Bohm, the whole lineup needs to finish this story from 3 years ago. Bryce Harper right now comes to the plate with the ire in his face. You can see how determined Bryce Harper is. And he's to finish the story. Alongside Kyle Schwarber, alongside Nick Castellanos, alongside Trey Turner, alongside Alec Bohm. Harper is starting to see the ball better lately. Yes, Dave, he is. Double last night's game, a double tonight, 3 home runs in this series. Like, he gets it, dude. Rojas could be so transformative batting behind Trey. I wish that his play discipline was better. It's like talking about Roman Quinn. You want the Roman Quinn route on me, Steve? Oh, good God. Roman Quinn? No. Rojas is compared to Roman Quinn now? Oh, gosh, he was a stiff. Schwarber deserves one also with us. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Star Wars, he does. He deserves a ring. Finish these guys' story. Finish the $1 million story that we invested in. I think we had been swept 2 or 3 times this year. Those days have been long gone. We were prone to falling asleep in the playoffs again. Yeah, that's going to be the big question mark. what's this team going to look like come postseason time? What's this team going to be capable of doing come postseason time? Are they going to be ready to play? That's going to be the big X factor. That's going to be a question. Can this team play for? I think they can. Star Wars is saying the Angels lineup is good. It's a lot harder this year. Yeah, and they are. They are a lot harder. They're playing good baseball. I know there was a lot of talk about his wrist, but Harper swinging just as better overall balance makes me wonder if it had any back issue. A doctor, but there could be more issues with that, Steve, than we know. But I'm happy for this. I'm happy for the fight. Came to fight today. I'm thrilled with this baseball club and way they the way they've been battling. I know we're going to point out to Bryce Harper for putting the icing on. He cashed in on the grand slam. But I mean, there's like the Nick Castellanos who's been playing pretty well. I know he has an aggressive first. He's very aggressive with first pitches. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes swing at whatever. But in games like this, it paid off. It set the tone for the Phillies. You have a lot of positives and negatives in this one. A lot. And I'm happy for the Phillies. So, guys, let's quickly take a look around the league. I want to get into what's going on, but before I get it to do that, like I said, um, the Phillies offense did a tremendous job battling today, kept them in this game. Again, looked like your typical trade Taiwan Walker game where he was going to put this team in a hole. This team was going to battle out of it, and they did. But again, the Phillies they did their thing today. They did their thing. My man Dave's checked in. He says, "I'm curious to see what they'll do at the trade deadline. That's what I'm looking at the need to make a move." Yes, Dave, it is going to be a huge. Um, it's going to be definitely a talent test. What can Dave Dombrowski do with the team to push them over the edge? Like Dave Dombrowski is listening to me now. I'm all in about pushing this team in Morgan in the future. I don't care. I don't care if it costs you Andrew Painter. I don't care if it costs you Mick Abel. I don't care what it costs you. It might cost you auto count, right? Just say, if I know I'm going to get in return a plus closer, which this team desperately needs a plus closer, I'm going all in. Are the Angels still playing Tony Rendon? Tony Rendon. Oh Lord. I'm curious. Yeah, I read that already. I think the Cassie will be moved selectively if they make it to the postseason, but it will be still frustrating this regular season. That is a good call whether if they're going to move on from Castellanos for an arm. Well, I mean, if the Phillies have that much more confidence in their coaching staff there, Steve, I can't see why not. Steve says strong sliders and cars slowly getting back to where it needs to be. It's setting up for a fastball better now. Yeah. And like I said, Tanner Banks, I know, again, up and down. Again, Daniel Roberts, all that. You know, I mean, the bullpen is slowly, yeah, it's holding their own. Yes, they are due to Ryan Kickering. They're due to give you up a bad inning. Someone's bound to go have this thing debacle. But I'm okay. I'm okay with this team kind of holding off for the victory. And like I said, huge win. The Phillies win 9-5. Loved what I saw. Let's get into some of the scoring as I go around the bases with you. So let's get into that segment, shall we? Let's go. All right, everybody, it's your guy, Pat Bernard. Again, the Phillies win 9-5 at home against the Los Angeles Angels. Great game. Again, what you got from this Phillies lineup, let me quickly go over the Phillies lineup as I'm doing this segment. Trey Turner, 1 for 3 with 2 walks. Kyle Schwarber, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, 1 walk and 2 Ks. Bryce Harper, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 RBIs. Nick Castellanos, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Again, Robuto, a hit. Otto Kemp with a double. Amondo Sosa, nothing. Brendan Marsh, a run. He gets a walk and then he drives in a run. Rojas with the sacrifice fly, and that would be it. The Phillies had a total of 9 hits. They had 11 strikeouts on the night. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's go around the league a little bit. Let's find out what's happening, what's going on. The Angels, bottom of the 8th. Bottom of 9th in Cleveland right now. The Oakland A's, rather. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Angels. The Oakland A's winning 8-2 out there in Cleveland. The Tigers. The Detroit Tigers, a little bit on a losing skid right now. Losing 4-1, top of the 9th out there in Texas. Bottom of the 8th, Tampa Bay Rays are winning 4-2 over the Orioles. The Chicago Cubbies are winning 6-0 over the Red Sox. Chicago Cubbies are playing really good baseball. Bottom of the 8th. Going to the bottom of the 8th right now. The Arizona Diamondbacks winning 9-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. The Washington Nationals winning right now, going to the top of the 7th, 4-2 over the San Diego Padres. The Braves are winning 7-6 over the New York Yankees. Going to the bottom of the 3rd round, the Minnesota Twins are winning 3-1 over the Rockies. Top of the 2nd with the LA Dodgers taking on the hottest team in baseball with an 8-game winning streak is those Milwaukee Brewers. This is my series to watch. Outside market, rather. You got the Seattle Mariners, just they're and the Houston Astros. They're about to get warmed up in their game. The Toronto Blue Jays are winning 1 today, 6-3 over the Giants. The Reds win 5-2 in New York. The Marlins, the Fish, they win 3-1 over the Kansas City Royals. And the White Sox blow out Pittsburgh's Pirates. Round of the around the bases with yours truly. Let's get in some of these comments. Yeah, it's Steve. I said this. Me, Mike Lauer, this is me and that guy, me and that buffoon don't agree on much of anything. But I say the Brewers are I have my eye on team in the NL. The Brewers are scare me too. I'm with you right there, Steve. They are a bit of a concern. Miz and the Priest are two shots in the arm. Pitches. I thought you were talking about the rest. I thought you were talking about WWE. Pitches that this lineup is not familiar with. And then Steve says they shut out the Dodgers, man. Yeah, this Brewers team is cooking. 8 straight wins. Star Wars says Big Dom was at the game today. I love Big Dom. He looks like a cool dude. Been around Big Dom, never actually had a conversation, but been around the man. So again, the Phillies win today, 9-5. I know a lot of Phillies fans are excited, but we'll see if they can hold the Angels and win this series tomorrow. And make sure tomorrow, as a matter of fact, let me get some of these banners up here. Let me get in some of this stuff here. Tomorrow, Sunday mornings. Your Sunday mornings will never be the same because me, Ned Wackadoo, Mike Laro will be sharing mics tomorrow. That's right, 9 a.m., p.m., in the a.m. with me, Mike Laro. Your Sundays will never be the same, and they aren't. They are definitely not your normal form of people. And, of course, you got Matty B tomorrow on the season final between the Phillies. He's got the rubber match between the Phillies and Angels. And, of course, Sunday night, you have Matty B is also. That's right, the final word with the Godfather himself, Matty B, the mayor, Mayfair. So, guys, make sure you tune into that. Matty B. Love listening to Matty B. If I don't catch him at night, because I know he does his late night shows at 10 o'clock, he's my ride in to work every morning. So, guys, make sure you check out Matty B. And, guys, Matty B runs Sunday through Thursday. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, does It's Rap Sports have a Friday night show? And they do. With yours truly, Pat Bernard, the wraparound with me, 10:30 on Friday nights. That's right. Just like the 90s, have your pizza, have your soda, have your monster card ready because you're going to hang out with Neo. And then, of course, Thursday nights, that's right, the hottest and longest rated Union Soccer podcast, 5 years with me and Steve Fenentes. We're back at it. Thursday nights talking Union Soccer right here on It's a Rap Sports. And that'll be it. So, guys, again, enjoy your night. Phillies get a big win. Me and that wackadoo Michael Claro will be up at 9 o'clock. And Al Safiri producing the program. I can't leave out Al because Al does a lot of work on here, a lot more than I do. So then again, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Hold on, before I get going, my man Steve has a couple things he has to chime in. He goes, Brewers have a lot of solid players. About that, Brewers got a dangerous lineup. Starting Reese Hoskins. Last time pitching to their pen is very solid. Yeah, listen, they're that's a complete team. That is a complete team. You said it, Steve. That Brewers team, you have to keep your eye on. Because if you don't, again, I want to thank everybody for chiming into the show with me, Pat Bernard. Like I said, stay tuned. We'll have the support. We'll have Matty B on the call for you tomorrow.